what happened? What have I done? I don't remember. Ever since I got here to Colbion, I've heard whispers, voices, thoughts, imaginings. They've only gotten louder since I've stayed. Pounding, driving. A couple of times I blacked out. It was just before the Draugr woke up. I don't know. Maybe. It's what he wanted. He just needed their energy. I don't know. I hope I didn't. But maybe I... Please, you have to believe me. Of course. I don't even want to hear the word barrow again. Ever. I'll go to Raven Rock and you won't mention this to anyone. If you see me there, just give a nod and I'll lend you a hand if you need it. It's the least I can do. Just keep this quiet.
Let's get indoors. Or...
Milor over at the Unearthed farm should be still mixing potions if you're seeking that sort of trade. Far west end of town.
There's something you need? Brasla's been nice enough to show me how to swing a pickaxe. She's an old hat when it comes to digging up ebony. I may not be an expert at it yet, but it's good to be back at work and have some coin in my pockets. Farewell, friend.
Obey our lords, or suffer the consequences.
You got a good thing going here now that you've reopened the finest weapons and armor. Bring your weapons and armor to me. I'll fix it up right.
I don't know who sent you here, but you've given us something to build on here. I hope someday we can repay you for your kindness. Remember, I have plenty of potions and ingredients if you're ever in the market.
I work for Mokul. You got a problem, you talk to him.
I'll give you this warning only once. Stay out of my way, and we'll do just fine.
Your actions here have been a blessing to us all sorts of useful things. Feel free to browse. Next time you're hungry, stop by. I always have plenty of food for sale.
It's busier now that things are starting to look up. I guess I might stay a bit longer after all. As long as you keep bringing them, I'll keep buying them. If you need any supplies,
This must be that
you know
beautiful Skyrim weather I've always heard about.
Can I help you?
Your efforts in Raven Rock have proven most invigorating for my husband. I haven't seen him this pleased in many years. Admiral Arano, second counselor of Raven Rock. How I hate that title. Damn fool's going to get himself killed over it someday.
Why would they want to go back to Mournhold?
He's in grave danger,
thoughts
and yet he continues to place himself in harm's way. When I fall asleep at night, all I can do is hope he'll still be there when I awaken. This island was never meant for us. There's too much death here. I assure you, if I could convince Adril to do that, I'd be on the next ship back to Blacklight. Unfortunately, Adril and Councillor Morvain are very close friends, and they will never abandon one another, despite my feelings. I'm the wife of a second Councillor, and certain things are expected of me. The most important thing is that I stand by Adril no matter how I feel, and I intend to do that until we get off this miserable rock. Adril and I lived in Blacklight, the capital city of Morrowind. House Redoran has improved Blacklight substantially over the last 1,000 years. Its grandeur rivals that of Mournhold itself. The root spire where the Council of Great Houses meet is something to behold. I haven't seen the city in over 50 years. Even for a Dunmer, that seems like an eternity. Regardless, I hope to return there someday, which doesn't seem likely given my husband's commitment to Councillor Morvain. My husband is second Councillor, so I certainly have the means to reward...
The mines are open and the ebony has begun to flow because of your discovery.
I can't thank you. You've succeeded
My
where I
eternal
failed
gratitude
by
and
ending
blessings
the
go
threat
with
to
you.
Councillor Morvain's life.
My doors are open.
I've known the Councillor since we were both quite young. We rose the ranks in House Redoran together. When word arrived in Blacklight that the Councillor's father had passed, I was asked to sail to Raven Rock with him as his second. It meant passing on better opportunities at home, but I didn't want to leave his side.
Sorry.
We fought quite a few battles together and
I
saved
fear
each
we'll
other's
be
lives
feasting on ashy
on more
hands a
than
bit
one
more often this
occasion.
year.
Our bond is our strength. We've always been at each other's side, and nothing will ever change that. I'm pleased I was mistaken about you, sir.
Move along. Keep moving.
How much longer do you intend to serve as his shield, Adril?
The Redoran Council tasked me with keeping Laeral alive, which I've done without question for over 100 years. He's the closest thing I've had to our brother, and we all owe him our lives. Am I to suddenly turn my back?
I'm sorry, my love. It's this island. It's never felt the same since we left Vardenfell. It's a...
Watch what you're doing. It's busier now that things are starting to look... You're making my buyer happy. Keep them coming. If you need any supplies, you know where to find me.
Your actions here. I work for Mokro. You've got a problem. You talk to him.
Glover Mallory is a one-old hammer. he mended my arm. Splendid. Another mouth to feed. What are you gawking at, Outlander?
Councillor Morvain is the only reason Ravenrock has survived all these years. You should pay your respects.
Can't believe I've been stuck here. This may be the frontier, but we've still...
Welcome to the Retching Netch Corner Club, home of the finest Sioux jammer. Haven't heard anything lately, but check back with me. You never know. Safe travels, Outlander.
I work for Mogrel. You got a problem, you talk to him.
Teldrin Sero, blade for hire. If you have the coin, I'm at your service. Mafala Clocu.
Welcome to the Retching Netch Corner Club, my lord. If you need anything, Master Geldis will be happy to help you.
Squatting isn't tolerated in the abandoned buildings. If you need a place to stay, head to the Corner Club.
wind be at your back, friend.
I don't know what you did
Anything
in those
to report,
mines, but
Captain
put a
Velen?
smile on Crucius' face.
It's quiet.
Don't be put off by my husband's mood. He
Something
enjoys
troubling
having
you?
visitors.
I'd think you'd welcome them.
Far from it. In fact, I'm no longer welcome there.
Experience is usually the quietest before the storm.
In all honesty, it came down to a disagreement between... I'd prefer not to get into the details. But let's just say our opinions about the current status of the Tribunal vary widely.
The mines are open and the shop is busy again. Thank you.
You got a good thing going here now that you've reopened the mines. The finest weapons and armor. Bring your weapons and armor to me. I'll fix it up right.
I can't thank you enough for reopening the Ebony Mine.
Whatever you and Tharstan found in the old tomb, he is very excited about.
My mother was Skull, but she left the village and I was born in Skyrim. A trade ship from Skyrim struck ice off the coast near the village, and the Skull took in the surviving sailors. My mother fell in love with one of the sailors, my father, and eventually returned with him to Skyrim. Sadly, no. She died in Falkreath, where I was born. I came across a few of my mother's old things not long ago. Among them was a necklace that my father gave to her when they were married. I believe she would want it placed upon her tombstone in Falkreath, as a symbol of her undying love and the great sacrifice she made for it. If you find yourself in Falkreath, please give this amulet to the priest Brunel and tell him that I sent you. He will understand. I don't have much to give in reward, but return to me when the task is done and I'll do what I can. Thank you, small friend. Well, my mother used to say that I was born an angry child. It's true that my heart has always been restless, and fighting was the only way I could find peace. I was a soldier for a time, and then a mercenary, but I was never truly happy until I came here. Well, the dragons are a constant danger, but so far they have taken little interest in our village. Thank the All-Maker for that. But have they forced us to change the way we live our lives? No, not at all. They are but one more hardship, added to the many we already endure.
to think what would have happened if you hadn't saved me. Well, first you'll need to obtain some stall room, of course. And then you'll need to work it. You can find some in Raven Rock Mine, as well as that new source of stall room on the map you recovered from the elves. Just be sure to bring an ancient Nord pickaxe with you. It's the only pickaxe that can mine the stall room properly without breaking it. Well, first you'll need to obtain some stall room, of course. With skill and patience. It's very much like work in ebony. Yes. I'd say if you know how to forge ebony, you know everything you need to know in order to forge stall room. Take a look. Until... The weapons of the skull will never be... Take a look. Good day.
My son and I gather items to trade with travelers.
What now? This better not be all the things you just can't be bothered with.